Yeah, good Sunday morning. Um, just want to show what we got kicking off here on this Sunday morning at 7:54 a.m. on December 7th, 2025. Oh, and by the way, this is what our weather is to be today, according to Google. And if you go into a little bit of research over Google, check out if you can locate the video about a Google tech's wife that has come out to spill the beans about the wives of Silicon Valley and a Google and the nonsense that this woman discloses over Google and the wives, okay? The wives of Google employees, executives, and so on and so forth. It is interesting, and it just goes to further what I've stated about Google being a digital forgive me, it's still early in the morning. I'm kind of frustrated already this morning. Oh, cartel. There we go. Okay, so we got supposedly Venezuela, that is a major drug cartel country, and furthermore we have Google, that is the major digital cartel. And so anyway, so I am trying to send a comment to a post by Jarmy Vicious, and I've been sitting here for many minutes now waiting for this to send. Okay, furthermore, I have been attempting to post comments on other community postings and even videos, and for some reason the comment box, this right here, will not come up for me. Now I don't know if it's because certain channels have me blocked from being able to post comments regardless if I am subscribed or not. I don't know, but these stupid, pathetic games that are continuously being played through this platform, and of course through phone service providers such as Verizon, because they are linked in directly with Google. And of course I go through Verizon through Straight Talk Wireless, of which I rarely ever get decent connections, as you might be able to see right here, and to where I have to literally do this in order to pick up a signal. And even at that, I am not picking up a signal. Is it because we have that pathetic reception around here when I am surrounded by cell towers? Or is it the fact that this is the second Sunday in a row to where I have gotten notification of updates available? Every week, every Sunday, I get a notification to update my apps, and the majority of those apps are Google, Google, and more Google. Now, what's really pathetic is the factor that Google, even though I bought this phone and it had Google pre-installed with a lot of the other garbage through Google, which takes up a major amount of storage through this device, Google does not own this device. And so, when it comes down to, oh, well, hey, this guy has not updated his apps, let's go ahead and screw him over. Yeah. That's nonsense that I get to deal with, okay? And so we're over 5 minutes long, and this is still buffering. A comment to be posted is not being sent through. And yes, I am using my Canon camera to record this right now. And once again, you know, I can go ahead and move my phone around in all different locations where usually, you know, I have to lay it right here. Oh, maybe it'll finally come through. We're starting to get so it's either that or else I got to use this thing here and put the phone up like this in order to get a signal, or I got to monkey around and flip this thing up and go like that, and still. Anyways, we are to be having, well, I'll just go ahead. You know what? Yeah. To hell with that. You know, and I really wanted to get this to go through because this is really a very interesting community posting by Jeremy. And, you know, an interesting read. Okay? With some interesting visuals here. So, well, I guess to hell with that community posting then. And see, we got this. Okay, let's go ahead and go on back to this here and see if and nope. Oh, yep, okay, there we go. It finally went through. And it had been buffering for many minutes before I even began this. Alright, so we can go ahead and kill this. And real quick, yeah, I'm still in bed, waiting to go out here, in which we are having a great amount of snowfall. There's already been cats out here waiting on me. In fact, there's a cat out here currently. A couple of cats. Yeah, I am viewing this through the screen of the bedroom window. I'm going to go ahead and get around, head on out, I guess. Even though we've got some heavy snowfall that is kicking. More manufactured weather, for whatever reasons, if you will. Coming down quite heavy, and we're to be having just that much more. And we are still under quite cold temperatures, and not to be all that warm today. And with the amount of snow that's coming down, it's going to cover up the food that I put out there. So this is going to be another one of those days to where I'll be probably visiting the woods a few times throughout this day. But I guess I'll go ahead and get around, head on out there and see what we can deal with. The birds are already starting to waken up. I'm hearing them starting to talk out there. But yeah, Google a digital cartel. And, well, you know what, let's go ahead and just real quick, let's go on back to this, see if we can, okay, now that we are getting, we'll just go ahead and history, view all. Okay, Google's X right here, side scrollers. This is not a great,
this thing, it looks like an ordinary
it's not a great video whatsoever.
It's built for way more than one. There was an extremely viral...
Okay. But this is, in which they are also talking about the Great Reset. Okay. And there's not much great information with this. But if you're curious, go to Side Scrollers podcast for Google's X, just confirmed, blah blah blah. And once again, this is a, in my opinion, a very poorly executed podcast, but it throws out a little bit of information. And and I've also been bringing up this Great Reset, and so this is just that much more verification and confirmation to past topics of discussion that I have brought to the table, if you will, about Google being a digital cartel, as well as this attempt at a Great Reset. Yeah. So we'll leave off with that. And I've got my duties to tend to this morning. So thanks for watching. Take care. Have yourselves a great one. This is Skywise out. 8:15 a.m. Looks like we've had a cat that's come up to the front door here. We've gotten a lot more snow overnight than what I even had taken into account. Wow. And yeah, so my prior pathway has been pretty much completely filled in now. So I've got a lot of stuff in hand right now. I'm gonna have to keep this relatively short because with the snow, it's going to start causing complications with my phone. Even the cats that were up here have retreated. Oh, here comes the little ones. Yep, okay guys, we're gonna get busy. Get you guys taken care of. Alright, so we'll end it right here and return once I get things taken care of. 8:25 a.m. Well, we've swept out. Might not really be able to tell too much, but we've swept out quite a lot of snow in order to feed and water these guys. Already, I've got a lot of bird action that's just begun, and I just put seed down here on the ground for the birds, and they're already coming in. Seed and peanuts. And yep, they're coming in, but they don't like being recorded, and you might be able to hear the snow plow in the background, which is causing some disturbance to the birds and their feeding. Come on, you guys are all right. Slowly coming in. Well, where are we at here? Grabbing the peanuts. Well, this is going to make for quite a long video, I'm telling you what. With what I recorded with my Canon camera and all this. And yeah, I am getting quite snow covered. It makes me feel good to help, you know. These poor old cats. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I am going to have to do a little bit of veterinarian care, it appears. Got a cat that's got a little bit of bloody stool. And that's not good. And I've been noticing this the last couple of days now. So we'll have to try to rectify that. Head into your shelter, guys. Okay? Alright, girl. How my lady? Let's see if we can. Alright, girl. There you go. Why don't you guys get into your shelter, okay? Alright, Muggsy. Alright, I'm going to pause this and get these guys into their shelter, and we'll resume in short order, I guess, as these guys are still coming up. Well, the phone stopped on me. The screen's getting a little wet. I believe I'm going to go ahead and head in and let the birds come up. Man, this tree is getting loaded with blue jays this morning. Quite a few of them coming up. Yeah, I put a little bit of seed and peanuts into the feeding tree this morning. So yeah, that's drawn in just that much more activity. Surprised there's not more juncos and sparrows up here, but yeah, they're coming in. But snowfall's continuing on, and I might as well go ahead and make mention that, yeah, while I've been out here, there has been nothing but the audible sounds of aircraft flying over, adding to the mix, okay? So, yeah. The weather gods of the sky, right? Oh, and I kind of spooked the sparrows when I laughed. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead and eat. My lady, why don't you go in with the others, okay? Go ahead. Go get some cover. Yeah. Yeah, every time I move, I'm kind of spooking these birds. That's why I should go ahead and head on in. Yeah. Well, flying overhead right now. I can hear them. Alright, good enough. Well, as always, thank you for watching. Take care. Have yourselves a great one.